reason I started my sewing camps and classes for kids is because as a kid, this was something that I really wanted to do. And the only resource I really had was my grandmother, who taught me how to sew. Every day, the students come in and they get to design a different look. They start with a little sketch and they design something that expresses their own style and something that they're really excited about. And then they'll come up to the cutting station and I'll cut out their project. And then they get to sew it to completion. So these kids get to go home and model something that they were really excited about when they walked in. Sewing can be a very independent activity when you're sitting at your machine creating your garment. But at sewing camp, the kids get together, they're circled around a table, they're all kind of talking, inspiring each other, and then they get to create it side by side. So they're helping each other along the way. The most common ages for kids that come to camp are anywhere between 8 and 11 years old. My class is catered to every type of experience level. The students can be anywhere from never have seen a sewing machine before to they sew all the time with their grandma, their mom. And that's kind of a nice thing about creating unique projects. Not everyone does the same thing, so I can cater to the needs of each student, no matter what their experience level may be. So for most of my students, sewing isn't just something they do in camp or in class. They actually take it and they are creating stuff at home and they're working on projects throughout the school year. So that's another reason why I offer classes on Saturdays and weekends throughout the school year so that they can come bring their projects or start a new one. Your child really doesn't need anything to come to camp. They don't necessarily need their own sewing machine. I provide sewing machines, fabrics, all of the supplies and materials necessary to participate in camp. But if they do have their own machine, it's always nice for them to learn how to thread their own machine and kind of get comfortable with it, because then on Friday they can take it home and they know how to thread it, they can create stuff beyond camp. I would say the most fulfilling part about what I do is seeing a young kid come into class, maybe a little bit shy, sometimes insecure, and then they create something during the 2 or 3 hours we're together, and they'll leave with this huge smile on their face, super confident, really happy about all that they've just accomplished. They feel good that they've learned a new skill. Sewing camp is something that I longed for as a kid, and to see these kids get to experience it and get to create their own designs, see them come to life, is really what it's all about for me. So summer camp is something that your son or daughter can come experience, and you know that they will leave really, really confident by the end of the week. They'll have made a bunch of unique projects that they're really proud of, and most importantly, they'll have had a good time. It's definitely something that is unique in today's world. It's a different kind of activity. They're using their hands, they're using a creative part of their brain. It's something that gets them away from screens, and it's fun. I love it.